Mr. Beast $1,000,000 Puzzle Challenge, day 22. Today is Monday, and let me get right to it. Would you believe me if I told you that we got a real hint today? Like an actual meaningful hint that maybe gave us a big piece of the final answer, or I say a big piece, gave us a piece of the final answer format. Um, Not only did we get a real hint, but like I said, having an idea of what the final answer might look like is huge because we've been in the dark on that this whole time. So we have March 2nd, quite the weekend, they said. We got bombarded with guesses over the weekend and this morning. We're checking all of them. Remember, until you hear from us, anyone who tells you they won is not telling the truth. Um, so two things about this. One, I saw a lot of people reading into the second line. We're checking all of them. I really didn't think anything about this. Some people were thinking it implied that they got all these guesses over the weekend and today, and they like haven't checked them yet. Like, hey, we're getting to that. We're checking them. To me, this is more them saying they're checking them as they come. You know, we're getting more this morning. We're checking all. Like, I don't know. I'm not looking too far into that, but I did see some conversation on that. Excuse me. They also said, remember, till you hear from us, anyone who tells you they won is not telling the truth. So it's being stated again that no one has won yet. I think we were pretty confident that no one had won yet because how could they possibly have won yet? But it is just nice getting that confirmation, knowing that we're still live to solve this puzzle. So this hint 22, I'm not sure when it went live. Let me just look real quick. I know there was a notification, yeah, like 6:13 p.m. Eastern. That's went live. I came home from work, and first thing I did was check the computer, and it was right up there. So I've been doing a little bit of background research, but I wanted to go live, pretty quick to the hint today. Um, we have hint 22. The vault is a combination lock. So we assume this is the vault that we're trying to get into for the money. The vault is a combination lock. Letters and numbers will tell you how to open it. You can put together a final answer that doesn't have a vault combination as part of it, but it won't be right. So letters and numbers will tell you how to open it. First time reading this, I was assuming, okay, it's a combination lock, like a standard, lock that say you'd put, on your locker at school. And it's letters and numbers because, sometimes they have those ones where it's like you'd spell out a word instead of spinning the thing around to get the numbers. But technically this just says letters and numbers will tell you how to open it, not that it's the combination to the lock. Does that make sense? Am I overthinking that? Letters and numbers will tell you how to open it. Probably like 80%, 90% chance that it is just saying the combination is letters and numbers, but there is a chance that, I don't know, this is telling you how to get the combination. Letters and numbers will tell you how to open it, and maybe those letters and numbers tell you what the combination is. I don't know. Could be overthinking that. Said you can put together a final answer that doesn't have a vault combination as part of it, but it won't be right. So this is them telling us the final answer will include a vault combination. And I know that's not much. I know I'm champing at the bit for a clue and a hint. So it's like I'm maybe hyping this up a little bit. But to be fair, this is the first time that we've gotten something that like actually is telling us what the final answer is going to include. This whole time, people have been submitting answers, numbers, letters, words, locations, all different types of stuff, shapes and sizes, and just putting it in there. If you don't have a vault combination in there, then your guess has no chance of being right. Now, what is the vault combination? What else is part of the final answer? Obviously, we don't know. There's still a lot more to go on this. But I don't know. This is exciting to me that, hey, we actually finally got something about the format of the final answer, which has kind of been everyone's question this whole time. Some interesting updates on this document from Retrocraft. The Beast Travel website, I think they keep plugging in more of these each day. It feels like that, but I haven't been paying attention to the number because I've been letting other people solve these. So to me, I definitely way more than it started with in terms of these triplets that are all the way filled out. I know the questions were kind of the ones down here with the planes. But anyways, Retrocraft has these all filled in now and feels really good about all these. If he has them in here, all the way down to 40, I would say these are. I'm considering these to be the final answer. So if anyone is curious about any of these, doesn't agree with them, I know some people were saying they were putting it on that globe and then they were getting like red lines for connecting the dots, but that's set to whatever threshold you have it to. We still don't necessarily know how tight that's supposed to be. So if one of these did come up red, I guess maybe it could be wrong, but excuse me. I think if Retrocraft is putting it in here, then for me, I'm considering that basically gospel at this point. Even though sure stuff could get updated later, whatever. So if you're curious any of these, of course, this is in our favorite Google Doc. Excuse me, gotta keep clearing my throat for some reason. So he said the unbolded rows should. Okay, so everything I just said, throw it out the window. Maybe I should have read one sentence before I said that. The unbolded rows should not, underline not be treated as confirmed, and are given their order in order for this phrase to work, i.e., the solve operates backwards based on letters at work, pick Romy locations at work, then pick boats at work. Got it. So remember 30 seconds ago I said that this was gospel and these are totally solved? I was wrong. He himself is saying they should not be treated that way, and that they knew this middle combination, or we think it solves to numbers for this half would smell as sweet as one, so then they just worked backwards from there using that middle combination. It says we are prompted by hint 20 to look at this result from a different view. If we take a globe and plot the trips, geodesics, reach of the car, horse, and plane sequences above, the pass clearly spell out letters and numbers. Hint 22 unlocked confirms that this is the code for a combination lock. Wow. So he's calling this confirmed. I did see this. I didn't know how confident we were in some of this. So what is this? This is the top is the car. So this is like all the places the car has you going in the. Is that from here, or is it from this tab, or is it from this tab? Either way. So it has R, and then he says 6, and that's supposed to be a 2. Okay. And then this is L. Oh, what? I don't know about this one. How is he getting an L out of that? I guess. No, that's not an L. What are you talking about? Backwards? Oh, L. Oh, it's backwards. Okay, gotcha. L, duh. 3, 4, backwards. And then the other one is R09? Plain bottom. R09? This is crazy. This is what we were like trying to do when we were plotting all this stuff and doing our circles and whatever else. Like, we were trying to find something like this, but even, I'll be honest, if I found these, like, if I plotted out these exact points, I don't think that I'd be like, oh yeah, that's R0, or that's R62, and oh, there's L34 backwards, and oh, look at that, there's R09. Anyways, this R62, I can't copy and paste from this doc, as I always learn the hard way. R62, what else did he say? L34. It's, my brain can't comprehend it, but it's interesting, right? Because here it's like they found something that, relates to this hint, that letters and numbers will tell you how to open it, combination lock. What are we doing with these? Is this part of the final answer? Should every final answer you submit have this? I don't know. Even I was thinking like, okay, R, L, R, like maybe could those be substituted out for, like, the R is the silver boat and the L is the purple plane? But then it's like, what would you be putting in the word purple plane? And then it's like, if you look at the actual plane itself, I think it says purple penguin on it, and the boat says something weird. Where did I see it? In the Beast files. Where'd you have it? Right here. Tivioli. So maybe you sub out the word Tivioli. I don't know. Probably anything I just said beyond this 9-digit code is wrong, but it seems like this could be something. It is crazy that he would have us map out, do all these puzzles, map out all this stuff, and like this is what it solves to. It's like I don't know. Am I bugging? Like I feel like this one actually, the backwards one, is maybe the most clear out of all of them. But like even this top one, like R, I can see the 6 like that. That 2 though, that 2 looks like a backwards 3 to me because it has that little top part. Um, but anyways, this is what the smart people think. So if you want to listen to the smart people, not me, this is what they're rolling with right now. Thought this was super interesting. Don't know if there's anything else going on in this doc right now. Let's just take a look. Open theorizing, combinations. Have they added anything to this? What is fixed? We looked at all that. What is variable? Yeah, no, we looked at this, so that's not, excuse me, nothing new. Index. Just look at, the change log. Right up 0.5, finishing. So yeah, I don't know. I think this is literally a work in progress. He might literally be like updating this right now as we speak. Could even be like in Discord or something, as he sometimes does. But yeah, super interesting there. So Retrocraft's document had been a little quiet just because we hadn't been getting updates lately, but yeah, there's some good stuff to look through in there, so definitely take a look if you haven't yet. Lone Shark Games, I think we're on what, day 2, or no, this is day 3 of no updates. Oh, okay, well, scratch that. They are now back. They're back. That's how you know we're back. Like on this hunt, we're getting real hints. Lone Shark Games is now posting on B-Sky. They took a couple days off from us from their daily hints, so they posted the March 2nd. They said, what an exciting weekend. And then for hint 22, they said hint number 22 is in the $1 million hunt. I assume that's just like a typo with the 3. The L looks like a, I don't know if it's an uppercase I or an L, but head over to MrBeast.Salesforce to submit your answers. The vault isn't going to open itself. So this imagery of opening the vault, letters and numbers will tell us how to open it. Is that the combination? Are those letters and numbers telling us how to get the combination? Still not sure. In the back of my mind this whole time, I'm thinking too, like the whole like direct path theory and being able to solve this from day one. It's just like let's say this combination is something that's like needed for the final answer. Like, how would you have gotten this from day one? Like, where are you getting this from? But maybe I'm confusing two things. Like maybe the direct path, you wouldn't need this combination, and this, I don't know. It's saying the final answer though has a vault combination. So whatever that vault combination is, maybe this isn't the vault combination. Maybe this helps you find the vault combination, but whatever it is, it has to be in the final answer. And so in theory, there'd be like a direct way to find it day one. I don't know. It's just kind of crazy to think about. So yeah, not a ton for right now because this hint did just drop, but we'll kind of go through Discord and see what the buzz is about. YouTube comments, I'm going to just refresh here. Russell said, just a Titanic guess since I have no idea where this is headed. I kind of forget the context of this. Oh, okay, this is a little conversation. I slacked Heart of the Ocean in letter and number form. Just a Titanic guess since I have no idea where this is headed. That's actually smart thinking because I'm thinking this whole thing has to do with Titanic hoops and the puzzle wrote for Jimmy. That's smart because I believe this whole puzzle is... Oh, just read the same thing twice. Yeah, can't help but try and make some decent guesses. There have been so many twists and turns. I still go back to where Jimmy says it was solvable from day one, but now we've had a much better picture of the world. On day one, it was possible to get 25 locations. If someone was able to solve all 9 in the first puzzle, then be able to bust out the first 25 locations on that very same day. New hint. Yep. I like these conversations though that they're having here. Russell has definitely been throwing out some good theories and stuff like that. And he's one of the people that I've been talking about has been saying like maybe we just go back to day one and just try to see what we could solve from day one and just do a direct path and see if there's something there, just because with these hints, we've gotten 22 of them and they're teeny tiny, and over the weekend they were telling us no hints. So if we're just gonna rely on hints to be able to solve this, we might have literally another month to go. Like, unironically, no exaggeration, could have another month to go using that method. So maybe we try to do some sort of direct path thing. But even then, I mean, if the direct path requires me to solve this, how would I have ever come up with that combination? I have no idea. We'll keep looking at some comments. So what else we have? I'll start this one. I don't know. I thought I gave up, but I'm back. Relatable. I think that's happened to some people where it's like you got to take a couple days off, a day or two off, but then it's like, all right, hey, you can catch right back up, and it's like, hey, things back on. I thought I gave up, but I'm back. I just want to say all those wheels under Trips by Romy are all Vegas related. How do I know? I'm from Vegas. I just don't know how they tie in. So that's good info. I was actually like looking into this because I checked the comment before I went live. And I remember from this Beast Files they were talking about this. So these are actually from the Lord of Vegas from Lone Shark Games. And I feel like this is one of those things that like kind of went under the radar, or at least like maybe should have been talked about more. B-Spot also says that the photos of the car, horse, planes, and switch colors and move are a puzzle. The photos are from the game Lord of Vegas from Lone Shark Games. There is a GIF on its page with dice numbers. I will click any link that I need to. As you can see, Lord of Vegas. And yeah, it's just saying these move. So this is their game. As the comment said, obviously all these names of stuff are intentionally based in Vegas. Maybe that has something to do with the puzzle, maybe it doesn't. But beyond just Vegas itself, the owner of this Beast File said, I watched the How to Play Lord of Vegas, and the dice represent casinos. The planes represent the piece you move around the scoreboard to keep score. The cars are your parking lots, and the horse act the same as the plane to keep score in the Western version. I remember reading this like 2 weeks ago and being like, yeah, that's cool. Or like when the Beast Travel website came out and being like, oh yeah, the pieces match, but like who cares? But this could actually like have some meaning. I mean, like, Lone Shark Games is a big part of this puzzle, and if this is their game, like it's entirely possible that Mr. Beast like worked in their game as part of the puzzle. So the planes, obviously we have Trips by Plane on here. The planes represent the piece you move around the scoreboard to keep score. Cars are your parking lot. I don't know what that means. Cars, yeah, I feel like maybe I gotta just watch or read the rules of this game, because I was gonna try to follow this logic of like, okay, and then what would the boats be? The planes are the same as the horses, but cars are your parking lots. I don't know. I actually have no idea what that could mean. They also have a New Orleans version, a Reno version, and a Tombstone version. Rule book. Oh man, when you gotta download the rule book, that's when you know like it's gonna be a brutal read. No disrespect, just gonna be a lot to read, right? Like a lot of rules for a game that I'm not gonna play ever, potentially. What am I even looking for? Parking. Black has a parking lot at E1. Black pays $6 million to reorganize Johnny's Brown. I don't know. This is. It seems very Monopoly-esque. I'm not gonna look too far into the rules of it, but it does just. I mean, where we have the boats, the cars, the planes, or excuse me, we have the planes, the cars, the horses from this game, and then we have the boats from Beast Travel. Maybe it's worth looking into something like that, or at least keeping in the back of our mind that if we ever have to like do something in a game board like way, that maybe this could tie into it somehow. Anyways, point being, this comment said that they're all Vegas related. I don't know if that's important or not, but cool fact anyway. They also said, I'm glad someone said something with the volume because I thought it was my TV. So someone else said my volume was really low, which admittedly I don't have a good stream setup, so I do apologize for that. Now that I'm hearing another person say it, I did look into it more, and I thought I honestly had all my stuff fixed, but apparently like the volume that comes out of the computer is different than comes out of a phone, that then is different than comes out of whatever. So like I would always just check it on my phone. I'd put it up to like 50-60%. If it was loud, I'd be like, we're good to go. But that doesn't mean that it's loud on like the PC, or if you're doing it on like some other device that they have it on their TVs, maybe a YouTube app or something. So I do have to look at that. I did not fix it for this stream, but hear me out. I'm gonna try to do it in post editing before I upload this to YouTube, just real quick, see if I can like turn it up. So if anyone is watching the live stream, update, they're not watching the live stream, but if someone theoretically was, the volume might still be low, but hopefully I can fix that in the future. I do appreciate feedback like that because I need it. Cassie said, I'm so lost. I literally feel like all these puzzles were just for us to do them, and I feel like the answer is always at the beginning of the challenge because the hint makes me think the first good story is the first part, and in one hint it says we don't need the first part or the middle part, but the last part we do. Definitely agree. I feel lost as well all the time doing this. Yeah, the puzzles in the a lot of the puzzles we've done, it's like, why did we do them? But that's also part of the reason why I'm not doing the heavy lifting on these, and I'm just letting the smart people burn themselves out solving these crazy puzzles that give us like a fraction of a hint towards another puzzle. It's a lot, so I get that. Yeah, I definitely that clue yesterday was super interesting about the whole, it's like a book and the first story is with a longer follow-up and the second book's twice or 3 times as long, and it's like, what is he waffling about here? Like, is this meaningful, or what is he talking about? So any theory you have on that, I definitely agree with, or at least think has potential. We have on the Romy page, to create the itinerary, there's some on your document that are wrong. The lines are red either way on some of them. I wonder if this is still the case, and I haven't tried it. I wonder if this is still the case with what Retrocraft has in here now. I don't know if this is the ones that you're referring to, but I wonder if you put in all 40 of these. I'm not going to do it, but if you want, if you put these in, if they would come back red, like I said, it is partially dependent on that threshold that you have of you could set like a maximum error type of thing if they're not perfectly lined up. So yeah, I don't know if it's just an old comment, or I mean, definitely one whatever list I had probably was just wrong. Like, until you see Retrocraft say it, it's probably wrong. And even he did say, I'm just now remembering again, these should not be treated as confirmed. So yeah, if they are coming up red, I would say they probably just are wrong, because yeah, I don't think the error threshold would have to be like that big. Like, as long as if they're like completely not lined up, then I can't see that being a meaningful part of the puzzle. Adam said, big heads up, I found another mention of 48 hours in the money crumping video. He says Jimmy needs $5 million crumpled, and in 48 hours, 5M48. This is intentional for sure. I also saw 548 in the middle of the check, but I think I'm just grasping at straws there. A little bit grasping at straws, but definitely this 48 hours thing. Adam was talking about this yesterday. It does seem weird that on the 27th he said, you know, getting a lot of these submissions in the past 48 hours, and then on the 28th again in the last 48 hours. It's like, okay, what is this? Why are we referring to 48 hours? I mean, even you could argue we got, what is the one? We got some interesting yesterday. No, the one today. The one where he says over the weekend and this morning. I mean, I guess the weekend could be Saturday or even Friday, but like, could be 48 hours if you're saying like Sunday in the morning. Maybe that's a stretch. Either way, though, it just seemed weird that they were talking about 48 hours instead of 24 hours, or, you know, you're getting daily hints, so why are you referring to the last 2 days twice in a row? It's not like they went up to 72 hours like the next day, like they just stayed at 48. It's one of those things, like, we're probably grasping at straws. I don't necessarily need the money crumping video. What is that? Let me look at that, because I actually have no idea what that could even mean. Is that part of the puzzle, or money crumping Mr. Beast? What does crumping mean? Am I... If you can carry, is this the one? I don't know. What does crumping mean? I just got a new comment too. The new hint I feel like is a big hint. Yup, I agree. Alright, what does crumping mean? Is it the dance? Oh, okay, like with a K. Alright. I know that. I'm not completely lost then, okay. money crumping. Does he have a money crumping video? Maybe that's a typo, or maybe I'm just missing out. But either way, I don't know what video he's talking about here. Um, but he another mention of 48 hours. I mean, I don't know if there's anything to it. It is just super interesting. And then the 548 in the middle of the check. I mean, hey, crazier things have happened. I don't think that that's anything to do with that video, but crazier things have happened. I like the 48-hour theory though. I do, because I feel like there could be something like that. Russell says, wouldn't they have known before halftime what the location or code was? I guess it could be her shirt. Let me just pull up this Instagram picture one more time, because I'm not ready to be off this Instagram picture yet. Where did I have the link to this? This, of course, was the Super Bowl pick that he took with a woman named Rose. And he literally told us to pay attention to the numbers in the pictures that he took. He said in an ABC interview, like, a big hint was the numbers in the picture. And then we were thinking with the hint, numbers for this half. Maybe it's like something with the halftime numbers. I don't know if it's a stretch. I mean, this all started the day of the Super Bowl, so some tie back to San Francisco, the Super Bowl, Levi Stadium. Is that the name? Oh, is that the name of it? Levi Stadium? Yeah, oh, I feel like I should have put the Levi Stadium thing together way longer ago. I mean, she's wearing the Levi. Maybe she's just like hip, like she's like, ah, Levi Stadium, like I'm gonna wear Levi, but it seems very intentional. Like, this is the first picture he posted. Again, she might be the biggest person on here. Like, I don't know how many. She has 85 million followers. Like, does Speed have more than that? How many does Mr. Beast have? He might have like 100 million. No, he's got 85 as well. So I feel like Speed might, like, I feel like she, like, internationally is the biggest celebrity on here, which is crazy because, like, Kim K, Speed, like, some big celebrities. I was gonna say, but he put this picture first, and he told us to look at these pictures. So it seems like this is the one he was directing us to. Seems like there's something we're supposed to get from this, whether it's 73, something on the scoreboard. But like Russell said, they wouldn't have known the halftime score. They wouldn't have known anything on the score. Like, to take a picture right when there's exactly 3:09 on the clock, like, good luck. What if you're blinking when the clock's at 3:09 and then now it's at 3:08? You go to take another one. The 6-0. I mean, excuse me. There's no guarantee they would have had that. So all these numbers up here, it's like hard to be sure that they could mean something when the people making the puzzle couldn't have controlled any of these. My only thought, if there is something with the halftime score, it's that, like, they reverse engineered it. Like, they planned ahead of time, like, hey, we'll plug in whatever the halftime score is, and that'll be, like, part of the solve. So, like, let's say it was like 9-0 or at half or whatever, like, but also if it was 17-14 at half, they would have just plugged that in. I don't know. But Russell does make a good point that the shirt seems like the most likely thing from here. And I'm still not sold that, like, I still feel like we really need to figure something out with this, just especially where we were told, this is the other part, would smell as sweet as one, and her name is Rose. Should have mentioned that. Buried the lead on that one. But yeah, anyways, interesting thought. What else do we have? We have Russell said, just read that. Yeah, so that's all I got for comments for today. Appreciate everyone who's been working to solve this. Let's take a look at Discord, because Discord might have some discussions going on. You're telling me you don't have an automated check to verify the answer is correct, and you waited till Monday to check them? Yeah, see, yeah, that's what I was saying. People talking about, like, the part of the hint where they're saying, "Oh, we're working to solve them. We're checking them all." Like, I don't think that they're. I think if they got the right answer by now, they would know. They would be pretty. They have to have something that goes ding ding ding, like someone got it. So yeah, not much in here since the hint dropped. Appreciate this server owner who's been keeping this server running pretty well. I mean, we've seen some of these other servers either fall apart or turn to chaos with moderators and stuff like that. So this dude, Y, or whoever this person is, Y, I don't know if I'm in streamer mode or they're in streamer mode. Either way, shout out to them, because this server I think is pretty well run, all things considered. And it's not easy running something like this when you have so many random people like joining and stuff. Sudoku. Anyone doing any Sierpinski triangle tests anyway? Max, I can promise you that I am not doing those type of tests. I don't know what they are, but good luck to you, my friend. Oh, Retrocraft. All right, so this is literally, as I said, Retrocraft is live, updating the docs. That's why it was like halfway typed out. Looks to be looking at the exact same stuff that we're looking at. We'll go in here. Sometimes these get a little chaotic because a lot of people just kind of feeding them info. So we'll take a look, and spy a little bit. Let's see. And my volume's probably going to be way too loud when I join in here, right? So what can I do? Can I go to volume? Voice and video, speaker volume. I'll just put it down to like 25er. Hopefully that's fine. Let's see. Okay. Alright, so I don't know why I felt like I couldn't talk right now because I am muted in this call. Been down that road of not being muted before, but I am muted, so I can't talk because my stream's not muted. He's talking about what we're talking about right now, so that's always nice to see that I'm not just way off. He's saying this post is likely relevant to the hunt because Salesforce also commented on it. Yeah, and this started with the Super Bowl. There has to be some tie back to the Super Bowl. Maybe it is just Levi's 73, something like that. I mean, people were like, hey, the 73 is not important because that's literally Levi's like logo, but it's Levi Stadium. It's featured front and center on this post that we think is part of the puzzle. So to me, I think it's important. Let's just see. I didn't even know that. I feel like I looked for this in here the other day and it wasn't in this document. Does he have a separate thing where he's like typing these in and then the changes go live? Salesforce comment. Yeah, so he must have his own. No. Salesforce also. Alright, but yeah, maybe he does just have like a private version. Maybe I'm on an old version. No, I have updates. I don't know. Either way, respect to him and his process. I don't think anyone else is really talking in here. I do have the volume down, but the only numbers pictured in any of the Instagram photos are on the scoreboard in the background. What are you talking about? And okay, there's an and. I was gonna say I see more numbers. I see numbers right here, 73. Guys, I know this might not look like much, but you are watching a master at work right now. This dude Retrocraft is a legend. And on her top, okay, there he goes. The scoreboard does not appear to be photoshopped. Yeah, I mean, I guess in theory, right? Like they could just Photoshop the background and get an exact time up there if they needed to. I mean, the Seahawks were definitely up 6-0 at that point of the game, so that tracks. Yeah, we're not really getting much else from here, so I don't just want to like sit here forever. But if you guys are interested, this is happening in the Serious Mr. Beast Scavenger Hunt Discord, which has become the best one. Prior to that, I know that Retrocraft was streaming in like the big server just because there were more people kind of leveraging that, but this seems to be the best server right now if anyone does still need an invite. Final answers tried. You can see what people have submitted. Banned from Lone Shark's Discord. Tried for the meta. Did not immediately register. Waiting for confirmation email. So not a lot of people have thrown stuff in here, but if you do see something that someone else said, like, it's probably not worth submitting just because they probably did submit it, and it seems like we're being limited on the amount that we can throw guesses out. So you don't want to do something that you know someone else has already submitted. Tech people chat, memes. Just trying to see if any of these are stuff that I care about. They're probably not. Grenade, clipboard. I just want to get the notifications out of there. But let's take a look over. You can tell that we got a big hint because big call going on here, big call going on here. Like, these calls were just dead the past day or two with nobody in them. So let's just take a look. Go to the president can't access the platform. Wait, the letters on the vault. So someone else was talking about the vault yesterday. Does the vault have letters and numbers on it? Because that definitely would be super interesting. Mr. Beast 2.
I just put one.
I'm sorry, that's probably so loud. Guys, I always mess up the volume. We know that I'm going to mess up the volume at some point. Someone said Romeo and Juliet in my kick chat. I don't know what that means. Is that the rose? Are they throwing that out for the rose? Shout out to you if that is why you're saying that. Let me turn the volume way down on this. Does the vault have letters and numbers on it? I know it definitely has numbers. Yeah, they all look like numbers. I don't know. What was this person saying? They said the letters on the vault. Yeah, wait, what are they talking letters though? Am I bugging? Are there letters on here? I don't see any letters. I don't know.
They go in $1 million.
Yeah, I have no idea what they're talking about with that, if I'm being honest. But if there are letters on there, then those could definitely be important. I can empathize with Slackbot. Its main desire is to be helpful, but security is priority, and it's in an environment where millions of people are suddenly asking about vault numbers. You have to promote it with, in regards to this math, are there any issues? And every once in a while, it'll give a simple, I give you a kitten. Always be kind of the gatekeeper, says, kind of a funny message. Not much going on in here. I mean, since that hint came out, maybe they're talking in locations. Maybe they don't need to be different. No, not much going on in Loan Sharks. Probably it's going on in here in the voice chat conversation. People looking at the cloud. I remember that social media post. Yeah, so even so the chats, there's still not a lot of buzz going on. As far as the combinations, Mr. Beast likes the number 100. That is, we know that to be true. Would it make any sense to use the numbers 9, 40, 51? Potentially. Let's spy on this call real quick. This one potentially could be more chaotic than Retrocraft. We'll take a little listen.
Just right there. Elay is way down here in the middle of the ocean.
And so I don't know if he's just mapping stuff out. I don't know. Feels like there's like a more efficient way to do this, and oh, okay, he's got the whole, I see. That's why. Okay. I was wondering why he wouldn't just be using like that tool we had, but they're trying to like spell out these letters, kind of like Retrocraft had. So shout out to eGiraffe or eGiraffe for doing that for the people. Hints. Okay, folks, hint 21. Tell me it's not the Win trilogy crap from earlier. I'm surprised this person didn't get like flack on the server for putting that. Loan Shark games. Where are people chatting? Anywhere. Doesn't seem like anywhere. Yeah, nothing new in this chat. I mean, B-Spot stuff. I logged into B-Spot. I didn't see anything. I logged out pretty quick. Loan Shark social media posts. As we know, they did go dry for a couple days on here. Yeah. I mean, it was February 27th and then March 2nd. So they took a couple days off. Off topic. Yeah, not much going on in any of these Discords right now. Chat. I shouldn't even read this one. Javi, what's the number letter combination? I'm about to win. I just so confidently do not believe it's a whole crypto wallet address as a final answer. Shout out to this guy. I don't know how he became such a meme in this Discord, but been good content. Yeah, so not, as you can see, not many conversations happening. A couple live calls of just, you know, stuff getting updated. It's relevant because on Good Morning America, the hint he gave was to look for numbers in the pictures he took of the Super Bowl. The scoreboard was definitely not doctored. I looked at the Super Bowl second quarter play-by-play. There was a stoppage because of a penalty by Will Campbell that pushed it to a 3rd and 17 at the time. Yeah, I doubt that like Will Campbell's jersey number or the downage would be part of it. I mean, unless it was like I was saying, they did it after the fact and like reverse engineered the puzzle around it, but kind of doubt that. Oops, maybe from 3rd and 7 to 3rd and 12. Yeah, that sounds more right. Vince McMahon CFL. Let's just see what's going on. What else is he talking about? Yeah, he's saying 73. I feel like I'm vindicated for pushing this 73 propaganda for a little bit here. I wish I could see these updates in real time. I guess what are they? He must like push it through after the fact. Anyways, Retrocraft's working to update some of this stuff. I don't know how they got some of the stuff in his document, but cool to see him go through the process. Other than that, seems like we've kind of hit a little bit of a dead spot right now. Still not like the major clue that we were looking for, but a big one. To me, this is like, I'll take this a million times over what we were getting over the weekend of telling me to go read a Harry Potter book series and treasure some memories and no hints for you. So at least this gets me excited. I'm probably a little bit more excited than I should be just because we've been itching for clues, but itching for hints, itching for any sort of thing that will get us closer to this final answer. And I do feel like we got a little bit closer. Maybe we're only a teeny tiny bit closer, but at least we made progress. So we'll go over today's notes, latest notes. What do we have? What do we start with? Said we're checking them all. Okay, so we'll start with this. Nobody has won yet. There is still time to catch up and win $1 million. I'm even going to put the cent decimal place to make it look like a really big number. There's still time to win. So that's an important note. That is always nice to keep in mind. Other than that, nothing that I want to grab from up here. I'm not worried about them being bombarded or potentially looking at stuff a little bit slow. We go down to here. The vault is a combination lock. Letters and numbers will tell you how to open it. I'm just going to copy this whole thing. The vault is a combination lock. I'm just going to say doesn't necessarily mean that the combination is. So on this call, I'm just going to leave this call. Doesn't necessarily mean that the combination is numbers and letters, but could be. It could mean that, and probably does. I feel like I'm wording this terribly. I'm just gonna say doesn't necessarily mean that because I think it's implied that that's probably what it means, but I'm just saying not necessarily. What else did he say? You can put together. You can. The final answer will include a vault combination as part of it. That we know for sure. The final answer will include a vault combination as part of it. Excuse me. And yeah, that's all we got from today. But looking at obviously Retrocraft's document, what was it? What am I looking for at this point? Combination. No. What am I looking for? Here's what I'm looking for. So, I don't even know how to summarize this. If we, besides just plagiarizing what he had to say, and there's nothing wrong with a little bit of plagiarism. But how do I want to summarize this? So if we plot the arcs on the globe, do you see the possible combination? All right, shout out to whoever is in my kick chat right now because nobody is ever in my kick chat. They said, "Did you see the possible combination R6XSE?" I'm gonna copy this from you, Kizzy. Maybe I did see something like this. Let me copy this down. So someone in chat said, do this without formatting. Have I seen this possible combination? It looks similar to what we have up here. Did they get that from this RX? R6XS? Yeah, I almost feel like I kind of agree with this one a little bit more just because I the other one felt like it was like too clean the way it worked out to just like you're calling this a, what did they call this? They called this a 2, but it's like bounces around all here. So I'm assuming that this R6 code is, looking at it like that. What do they have? 71R7? Wait, but how do they get that? I don't know where this comes from. Let me look in Discord real quick. I feel like I did see someone post a similar code. R6X. No. What was it again? Was it R6X? Yeah, R6X SE. Nothing there. What about Loan Sharks? I feel like I saw someone who posted something like that. Combination. Maybe it was a little bit different. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see that I didn't see that solution. Where did you find that? If you're still here, Kizzy, I'm definitely interested. Where you got that from? Credit to you if that is something meaningful. I have no idea. Like I said, I thought someone in Discord posted something similar. I see so many things, and trying to filter what is important, what's not, and what to remember, what to write down, what not. You get lost in the sauce sometimes, but I thought I saw someone like, what if I just do R6? What about this R6? Yeah, I don't know. So anyways, I haven't seen that Discord. They said, yeah, maybe the person's like post got deleted. I feel like I did see that code before, but now I'm like not finding it. R6 I see. What if I just do like 09? Yeah, I don't even know why I can't find it. I feel like it should come up, but going down a rabbit hole here. Yeah, that's nothing. So didn't see this, but shout out to Kizzy for potentially this being a code. I still have no idea. And what are we doing with these codes? I don't know. It definitely seems like they're going to be part of the final answer. Is this the combination to the vault, or is it the combination will tell you how to open the vault, and this will give you the combination? I'm still not sure, or if either of these are even right. But yeah, interesting. So what was I saying? If we plot the arcs on the globe, the lines appear to spell numbers and letters. What did he call this? If you take a Joe and plot the geodesics, what does geodesics mean? Geodesics. Shortest path. If we plot the shortest path between locations on the globe, and then he did it as like in the different groups of the horse. Take a globe and plot the trips for each of the car, horse, and plane sequences. The lines appear to spell letters and numbers. I'm just gonna say shout out Retrocraft because I have no idea how he found this. And then for this one, I'm gonna say shout out to Kizzy0544 because I don't even think they came up with this themselves, but they told me about it in my kick chat right now, so they're getting a shout out. I don't know if there's anything else I want to grab for this. If we plot the shortest path between locations on the globe for each of the car, horse, and plane sequences, the lines appear to spell letters and numbers. I mean, I guess that's kind of all there is to say about it. I don't know. Is there any other notes we have for today? I think that might be it. Final answer includes vault combinations. Yeah, I think that's all that we got for right now. Like I said, Discord activity is buzzing. Calm down a little bit. We'll see. I'm gonna keep my eyes and ears out for anything that does maybe pop up either tonight or tomorrow. Does seem like I was definitely wrong about my prediction. Wrote it out to the bitter end. Said that it was gonna be solved tonight into the wee hours of the morning. I did say it was probably Cope, but here we are once again. And yeah, I was wrong. So now that that has come and gone, I am going to give it a new prediction, and I'm going to give it. We know the contest, the longest it could go, right, would be this Thursday, the 2nd. I already have my theory about getting big hints like Monday and Tuesday to kind of play to the news cycle and generate buzz on this. So I hate to say it, but I'm going March 31st, 2026. And that kills me to say because I do hope it's sooner than that. But I think that's a realistic expectation. I don't know if I'm gonna add any note about like the Instagram pic with Rose. I really don't think that we got anything new on that. We just definitely think it's something. I guess I'll still copy numbers for this half would smell as sweet as one. Still not sure what to do with this. Still not sure what to do with this, but feels like the Rose IG pick with number 73 is important in some way. I think that's all I got for right now. Anything else that I want to add? I think that that's it. Mr. Beast too.
I just put one.
Don't want that video to start screaming in our ear. Alright. That's all I got for right now. Appreciate everyone who watched. Going to farm a YouTube clip now. Just reading all these notes again. So give me a second. Just take a sip of my drink, which I knocked over on the ground. Alright. We have March 2nd, Monday. Today we got hint number 22. Latest notes. Nobody has won yet. If you haven't been working towards this puzzle, there's still time to catch up and win $1 million. The prize is still out there, so if this is the first time you've looked at this, you're basically on the same page as the rest of us. You can catch up pretty quick, and nobody's won yet. Today's hint said the vault is a combination lock. Letters and numbers will tell you how to open it. Obviously, if we're interpreting this literally, it sounds like the combination to the lock of the vault, where the money, the prizes, is a combination of letters and numbers. Doesn't necessarily mean that's the case, though. It could just mean that letters and numbers will tell us what the combination is. Again, I don't know if this is me overthinking it, but just the wording of him saying letters and numbers will tell you how to open it versus letters and numbers will open it. Like I said, could be overthinking that. But either way, we did actually finally get a piece of the final answer format, and it was pretty clear that the final answer will include the vault combination as part of it. Whether or not the vault combination is these letters and numbers or not, we're not sure. But either way, if you're submitting a final answer, make sure it has what you think is the vault combination in it. Otherwise, you're going to be wrong. That's what today's hint said. If we plot, so this next part that I'm going to go into, this is like, I'll say this is notes from people way smarter than me. And maybe that's just for this one section right here. I'll call this follow-up. So notes from people way smarter than me. If we plot the shortest path between locations on the globe for each of the car, horse, and plane sequences, the lines appear to spell numbers and letters, which is convenient because today's hint talked about letters and numbers. If we look at Retrocraft's documents, again, this is from people smarter than me, so don't ask me how. They plotted all these paths, and then they came up with it. These spell letters and numbers are 62, and then it says backwards L34. I have no idea if it's right, But I tend to trust Retrocraft and the puzzle solvers that have been working with him on this. So this is crazy to me. I'm not even fully confident in some of these answers. They seem a little bit like subjective to me. Like this one that they're calling a 2 here seems like it could be something else. Someone in my Twitch chat as well, Kizzy0554, also threw out this code that they found from Discord, and they said this looks like the word rose, which is super interesting because obviously we had our clue from a couple days ago that was talking about smelling as sweet as one, and we think that that's rose. So I don't know if this clue is just another interpretation of what these letters could spell out to, because like I said, some of this is, you could, like the R I think is pretty clear. Some of these are clear, but then other ones it's like not really just a clear, unless some of these locations are wrong too, right? But to me it's like, if we're going to do all this work to spell these out on a map and see the whole picture zoom out, I would want it to be like pretty clear what it's spelling out. But nevertheless, these are 2 codes that people are throwing out in the community. Shout out to people who are smarter. Again, I think this was maybe from somewhere in Discord, but either way, shout out to smarter people than me for coming up with this stuff, because it seems like this is important. It seems like potentially, let's say this is the combination of the lock, then you'd want to put it in every final answer in some way, shape, or form. I don't know if it'd be like a format like a location, a combination, this. I don't know what it would be, but either way, if this is the combination, then it needs to be part of your final answer. We know that to be fact. I'm even gonna gold star this. That's how important it is. How did I gold star before? I feel like I used to be able to do this. I lost my touch. I don't know how to gold star anymore. Can I highlight at least? Let's highlight this because this is important. That's a really bad way to highlight it. Let's make it red. Green. I like green. I'm just wasting time. Let's make it like a darker green. Yeah. Alright. That works, I guess. Follow up. Numbers for this half would smell as sweet as one. Our clue from the other day. Still not fully sure what to do with this. Feels like the Rose Instagram picture is important in some way, shape, or form. He himself, Mr. Beast, said that an Instagram picture from the Super Bowl was going to be important with a big clue and something with the numbers in it. The only number that we're pretty sure it could be would be like her shirt, 73, which yes, it is like the Levi logo, but this is Levi Stadium. It could be part of the puzzle. All these other numbers on the back are kind of out of the control of the puzzle makers, so it seems less likely that they're involved. But it feels like this Instagram picture is important in some way, and we're still not fully sure what to do with it. And then my predicted finish date, I hate to do it. I hate to be almost a month away, but I am now saying Tuesday, March 31st. Maybe it's the wee hours of the morning. Maybe it's that night we get a big hint. But I think this thing's going to go like pretty much down to the bitter end just with the pacing. So, yeah, that makes me sad, but hopefully it's sooner than that. This is my new prediction. I was obviously, of course, had been saying for the past week that I thought it would be maybe today that it would be solved, but I don't know how anyone's going to be able to solve it just on this hint, so clearly I was wrong. But that's all that we got for today. Thank you to everyone who watched, and